guys, and welcome to a new episode of the Football Show. Today we're going to talk about yesterday's games from the Premier League, the Carabao Cup final, and also we're going to talk about games from other European leagues. So let's get started. Let's start with the Premier League. Newcastle United against Sunderland. Sunderland win 2-1 against Newcastle United for the tie-wear derby. Very good win for Sunderland, and Sunderland do the double over Newcastle. The last time Newcastle beat Sunderland at home was 2010. So this was kind of a good opportunity for Newcastle to end that streak of 15, 16 years without winning at home against Sunderland, and they didn't do that. As they went 1-0 up in the first 10 minutes from Anthony Gordon, but you have to give credit to Sunderland because Sunderland are a team that haven't done really well away from home this season, and to come back the way they did against a hostile crowd like St James Park in the second half, to come back the way they did, and it was a great comeback, and Sunderland to win 2-1. So great win for Sunderland. They showed, especially with the winning goal from Brian Brobby. And I thought Sunderland played quite well. I mean, Newcastle started really well in the first half. It was kind of a game of two halves. Newcastle did really well in the first half, and the second half Sunderland did well in the second half, but it was better. So yeah, deserved win for Sunderland, and congratulations for winning the derby. As for Newcastle, I mean, more pressure is going to rise on Eddie Howe, as it was a kind of a good opportunity for Newcastle, as they were at home, 1-0 up against their deadliest rival, and for them to lose twice against their deadliest rival is something Newcastle fans were not going to be happy about. But great win for Sunderland to win the derby. Aston Villa back to winning ways as they beat West Ham 2-0 thanks to goals from John McGinn and Watkins. They go 5 points clear of Liverpool, 6 points clear of Chelsea, which is kind of strange that they have that kind of gap against Liverpool and Chelsea, considering Aston Villa have gone 4 winless games in the Premier League, but shows that also Liverpool and Chelsea have been very consistent and haven't capitalised on Aston Villa dropping points. But yeah, very, very, very good win, and a very impressive win for a very important win as well. So for Aston Villa, and West Ham, kind of a defeat that they didn't want to have, considering they are fighting for relegation. They are 1 point behind Tottenham, 3 points behind Nottingham Forest, especially also Nottingham Forest, one of their relegation rivals, and Leeds United. They are 4 points clear of West Ham, and Leeds United picked up a point as well. But Tottenham against Nottingham Forest, and Nottingham Forest went 3-0, and I tell you what, it was deserved, to be honest with you. The first half I think Tottenham looked quite decent, but Nottingham Forest, particularly the second half, I thought they were absolutely fantastic, and they absolutely destroyed Tottenham Hotspur in that second half. Goals from Igor Jesus, Gibbs White, and Tayo Iwani, and yeah, great win for Nottingham Forest, and a huge win considering they are trying to stay away from the relegation zone. Whereas Tottenham, I mean, just when you thought they turned the corner, as when they drew to Liverpool and they beat Atletico, you thought they turned the corner, but in this game, it's back to reality. I mean, how can you lose 3-0 at home to one of your biggest relegation rivals? To lose 3-0 at home, it's embarrassing. And obviously Igor 2 didn't participate in the press conference because of family issues, and if that family issues is serious, then hopefully everything is okay with him, with his family, and with his friends on that regard. But at the same time, this Tottenham side is terrible. They've got no fight. They've got no spirit. Nothing about them. If you could tell me what are the things that Tottenham are very good at it, I would struggle to give you an answer, because they're not good at anything at all. So yeah, and now let's move on to the Carabao Cup final between Arsenal and Manchester City. Manchester City win the Carabao Cup 2026. They beat Arsenal 2-0. Pep Guardiola's 5th Carabao Cup win, the most out of any managers in the Carabao Cup or League Cup history, as he's now won the most, 5 League Cups. You know, so Alex Ferguson won 4, Brian Clough won 4, Jose Mourinho won 4, Guardiola's won 5, and now he becomes the most successful manager in the League Cup history. But yeah, City, congratulations, they deserve to win. You know, obviously, Arsenal have been a better team than Manchester City this season in general, but finals are not to be played. The finals are to win, and this kind of big games, finals go out the window. Sorry, form goes out the window. You know, Manchester United were absolutely on trenches in 2024 season, and they were facing against Man City in the FA Cup final. Man City came back home winning the Premier League, and somehow United beat them. So, finals is a completely different picture. You know, form goes out the window. It's where the two teams they will give absolutely everything to win that trophy. And City, they showed their quality, they showed their experience as well in terms of winning trophies, which Arsenal don't have. And yeah, they deserve to win. I mean, the first 15, 20 minutes, I thought Arsenal started the game really, really well. Havertz with a couple of chances, but then after that, I have to give credit to City because they adapted and adjusted to the game really, really well. They made some good attack. You know, they adapted really well to the way Arsenal playing. They kept the ball and they were in possession. They were much better. And also, in the first half, I don't think they showed many attacking threats. Maybe except the Haaland one before half time. But second half, for sure they improved. And especially from that first 15-20 minutes where in the second half where no, not 20 minutes, sorry, first 25-30 minutes in that second half, they looked like they were much sharper than Arsenal. Which is strange to be honest, because both have played, you know, games in Champions Leagues and etc. similar days. So and both had similar days of rest. But City looked more sharper in the second half. They looked more strong in the second half. They were fantastic, and they could, you know, they absolutely peppered Arsenal in that first 25-30 minutes in that second half. So it was a very impressive for Man City. Obviously, the first goal came from the back of Kepa Arrizabalaga's mistake, which you could say, oh, they got a bit lucky with that one. But they showed that they continued improving, and they continued causing Arsenal problems where they scored the second goal from Nico O'Reilly. And Nico O'Reilly, I mean, that guy is absolutely fantastic. You know, City have a habit of bringing good players from the academy, the likes of Foden, Liam Delap, Cole Palmer, and now Nico O'Reilly. Fantastic from Ricky Lewis as well. Fantastic performance from Nico O'Reilly. He's been in very, very good form recently, and in this game he was amazing. Probably the man of the match and probably Manchester City's best player. He was fantastic. He can defend, he can attack, he can do everything. Good, that guy. So, and he's a young kid as well. He's a young kid, and you know, to play with that kind of personality in the biggest stages at Wembley in a cup final is incredible, because you would see these kind of players being nervous, etc., because they don't have much experience in playing this kind of finals. But he looked like a player that was fearless, competitive, and not scared. So great performance from him. And for City, obviously there was some nervy things happened towards this, you know, 15-20 minutes where last 10-15-20 minutes where Arsenal started to create more chances again, and Arteta was, you know, putting all eggs in all basket for the last 15-20 minutes to get that goal, to find the rhythm in order to get the equaliser. And you know, they hit the bar, they hit the post, Arsenal, but City managed to hold their nerve and they managed to go on and win the game. So congratulations to City. I have to say, Trafford, he had a very good performance. Did some, you know, couple of crucial saves, particularly in that moment in that first half, first 10 minutes. Kuzunov and Nathan Ake, I thought they were fantastic. Nico O'Reilly, as I said, amazing performance with him. Bernardo Silva, very good performance with him. I don't think Cherki was at his best. By the way, what he did with the the keep ups, the cheat when obviously after that Ben White kicked him out. I mean, that was very cheeky from Cherki to do it against Arsenal, and you can clearly see after that Pep was not happy with the keep up the keep ups that Cherki was making, because you know, you don't want to piss Arsenal off here because you're going to motivate them and etc. But But that was kind of funny from Chuck, even though he didn't have his best game. Um, and yeah, City managed to go on and win the game 2-0. Congratulations. Obviously, this was a very important final for Man City, considering they've had a couple of difficult results. Being 9 points behind in the Premier League because of against Nottingham Forest and West Ham draws out of the Champions League. So it was important for City to win this final, especially before the international break, to give them, let's say, a bounce back and a boost of confidence before the international break. Because when they come and go to the international break, they'll have the FA Cup to play for, and also if they can, you know, win the Premier League, they will have to obviously win their games. Even though it's unlikely, because 9 points is it's not the lead that City would want to catch Arsenal, but even though still a long way to go, it's very unlikely that City can win the Premier League this season. But it was very important for City, because City cannot go this season without a trophy. Last season they if you want to exclude the Community Shield, they didn't go. They went with a season without a trophy. This season, I don't think Guardiola in this place would have wanted that. So it was important for City and Guardiola to prove that they're still there. They're still competitive. That they're not like finished and they cannot win any trophies anymore. They still have they still have the experience and the hunger and the spirit to win again. And they showed that in this game. So well done to City, and well done to Nico O'Reilly. And very obviously when you win the Carabao Cup, a bit like Mourinho's Chelsea in the past, Alex Ferguson Manchester United, Pep's Man City in his first years, when you win the first trophy of the season, a Carabao Cup, it becomes like a blueprint, or a kind of you use it as a silverware for motivation for the rest of the season to win even more. Mourinho's Chelsea did it before, Alex Ferguson Man United, Pep's Man City done it in the past, and if City can do it this season, it's unlikely they're going to win the Premier League, but it should for sure give them like a motivation and like a kind of we are fired up right now. Let's go on and crack on and end the season very strong, try and win the FA Cup and even win the Premier League, even though it's very unlikely in that aspect. So well done to City and well done to Guardiola, and congratulations with the Carabao Cup. On to Arsenal. I mean, did Mikel Arteta get it wrong? I've heard lots of people say that. I mean, I have to say, like, let's not also. I know Arsenal were without Timber and Eze, but you look at Manchester City's defense. They were without Ruben Dias and Mark Gay, and Donnarumma was not also the whole goalkeeper. I felt like Arteta and his players missed the opportunity to cause more problems on City's defense. They missed the opportunity to test City's defense. I know Arsenal's main strength does not come from the attack, but I feel like Arteta played it. I feel like he played it too safe in this game. And listen, Arsenal were causing problems in the first 10-15 minutes for City's defense. They were causing problems. Havertz with a couple of chances. Why did they stop that? Why did after that Arsenal stopped, like attacking and creating chances? Why? This City's defense. Yes, they were. Listen, City deserve to win, but they were there for the taking. Defensively, City are not that great, and Arsenal, Arsenal when they attack, they cause problems for City. In the first 10-15 minutes, as I mentioned, the last 20 minutes, where they had to obviously score because they were 2-0 down, and they hit the bar, they hit the post. Why they couldn't do that from the 20th minute until 17th minute? Why do you play so safely? Why do you go be like this defensive, this ultra defensive side? Why don't you try and attack? I think that's what something Arteta should have. One of the mistakes Arteta should have done, that he's done in this final, is that he should have let Arsenal and his players attack and cause problems for City, whereas they were defensive in this game. Yes, I know in finals you have to hold your horses, you have to be calm, you cannot overreact, etc., and you have to hold your horses. But just like I felt like Arteta he played it too safely. With his approach, I think Arsenal should have attacked City more, in my opinion. So because this City's defense are very beatable, they're beatable, and